What up, world? What up, fight family? It's your boy Mac with StayReadyBoxingTV coming at you with some news you can use and another episode of Ringside Views. I got a special guest with me, Raphael Tiger Medina. What's going
Hey,
on,
how y'all doing, everybody? I
man?
appreciate you for having me.
I appreciate you for coming through, man. It's been a long time coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
How does it feel finally getting, what I'm saying, people looking at you and getting some recognition coming from the amateurs?
Oh man, it's an honor. Having started this boxing stuff at 7 years old, I'm glad that I've come so far, and having that first pro fight was a huge accomplishment.
Man, how did you feel going into that fight?
I was nervous, honestly. It's a whole different ball game. Taking off the headgear, boxing with some smaller gloves. I During the amateurs, I would fight at 152, and then it was a lot different fighting at 147, and you had the whole day to recover from the weigh-ins.
Yeah. Do you plan on staying at 147 or you gonna move down?
Um, I'll move down eventually to 140 as I
Okay.
progress my career.
Okay. So how is 140 the final? About 135 if you can make it?
I think 140 is the cutoff.
Okay, I
Yeah,
get
but
that.
we'll see. We'll see.
So how is it, what I'm saying, going through that first real camp, getting ready for your first professional fight, your professional debut?
Yeah, the first fight. You talking about the first fight? How was that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
How was it going from, just really just that camp going into that first fight?
so we teamed up with Coach Johnson for that training camp, and it was intense. Working with these pros, it's an honor. But it was very different. I started training in the mornings. It wasn't like the amateurs. I was taking things a lot more serious rather.
Okay. Hey, you've been with Coach Johnson even in the amateurs.
Yeah, yeah, we were working a while. We've been working for a while.
Yes, I have. I think that's Coach in the chat. What's going on, Coach? and
Is that really?
so I think so. So now that you got that first professional fight out of your system and going into the second fight, how do you feel? Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm motivated. As I progress as a fighter, expect to see my best performance with every fight moving forward. You know,
What can we expect in this performance?
it's just a overall better fighter, more aggression. Smarter, better decision making, a better defense, better offense.
Yeah, I remember in that first fight when you got dropped, it kind of woke you up. and you went balls to the wall, and you really got rid of your opponent. What went through your head in that moment, especially when you was getting dropped, when you got dropped?
Yeah. So I'll say the whole thing. Walking up to the ring, my heart's pounding. I get into the ring. I look at my opponent across the ring, and I'm motivated. I'm pumped up. Maybe a little bit too motivated. A little bit too much energy is flowing through my body. And then I I touch gloves with the guy. Whatever. I go back to my corner, and then the bell rings, and the lights are shining. People are cheering. I'm like, whoa, pro. This is it. And then like I'm just a little stunned, a little shocked on what's going on, and I get dropped. The guy comes at me, he surprises me. Obviously, he surprised me. So once I got dropped, I was like, okay, you know what? This is not how it's gonna go. Yeah, I came to terms with it, and I was like, yeah, I got dropped once. I'm not gonna let it keep. I'm not gonna let him dominate me or anything. So I had
Yeah,
to suck it up, put my big boy pants on and be the pro that I've been destined to be.
definitely, definitely. And seeing because that was my second time seeing that guy fight. He fought on the last next fight up card, and I think he fought Josh Freeland,
Yeah, I believe
and he
so.
and he beat Josh. And I was like, this is a tough kid, and you went in there and just you got rid of him pretty easily. I
Yeah.
know he was complaining about his leg, but you didn't care. You kept throwing punches. You didn't stop. You said you're not gonna
Eh,
let
He,
it
he
stop you.
yeah, he's a tough guy. I'm sure he would beat any other fighter, and he's a warrior, and every fight the best man wins, and just that night I was the best man.
Yes, yes. So was you nervous being at your first pro fight? Did you
Oh,
have butterfly?
definitely, definitely. I have to be honest. I was very nervous. I didn't know what to expect, but now that I have a good feel for it, I'm confident with this upcoming fight. No
Okay.
butterflies in my stomach. It's just another walk in the park.
Okay. And how many amateur fights did you have? Seeing that you've been fighting since you were 7.
Um, well, I started the amateur career when I was 8, and when I was 8, I would have like fights every weekend up until I was about 12. And then I started slowing it down. Um, I lost count because I lost all the books, but I have about 130, between 130 150 fights, somewhere around there, amateur fights.
Okay. Okay. That sounds like you got a pretty extensive. What was your toughest? Do you remember any of your toughest fight from your amateur, and even if that was your pro career? I mean, your pro fight.
The pro fight was the toughest out of all of them. For the amateurs, I was just having fun in the amateurs. I didn't really take anything too seriously. Yeah.
Okay. But now that you got all that out the way, and we got this upcoming fight, so what do you know about your opponent that you're getting ready to fight?
No, I don't know anything about them. I'm ready for whoever is willing to go into the ring with me. I've just been training for every and any situation possible.
So how was camp going, and how was sparring?
I've been sparring with Antonio Wattel and the veteran Vernon Paris.
Okay.
Yeah, really. I learned a lot from them. They have way more professional fights than I do.
I know Antonio. I watched him fight a few times, and he's definitely a tough opponent, and go in there and get some of that. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
real
yeah.
slick too.
He's really slick. He's intelligent. He's very smart. He's a great fighter. And Vernon Paris as well. He's a veteran, and they have a lot of tricks up their sleeves, things that I have yet to learn, but I'm getting there.
So, what have you learned different from the pros, switching from the pros to the amateurs? I mean, switching from the amateurs to the pros.
Yeah, you just have to pick your punches. You can't go wild, because you'll get caught with some nasty things. If you choose to fight like an amateur, you're gonna get punished for it. You don't have as much
Mhm.
protection, and it's just that pro level IQ. It's moving on to another level. You know.
Um, so, what made you decide that this right now is the best time to go pro?
I just feel like I've matured as a fighter. You know, I told my dad, it's time to take things serious. I've been pretty motivated to go pro, and we just decided that this year was it. Well, last year, a few months ago, the end of last year.
Okay. My co-host finally showed up. He been taking care of some family duties.
Yeah.
But 503 lines, salute.
Oh man, don't tell me we got the young Tiger in the building, the H Town Tiger.
Hey, how
What's
you
good
doing,
with it,
man?
homie?
I'm good. I'm good. How about yourself?
Oh man, I'm happy to finally get a chance to talk to you, man, and hopefully, man, you get that 2-0, man,
Yeah.
in a couple more weeks.
Yeah, that's what we're shooting for. Definitely.
That's fine. You got any questions for Tiger?
Oh, most definitely, man. I was on the gram earlier lurking. You know what I'm saying? I seen a very, very interesting picture that stuck out to me, man. I want to get your thoughts on that, man. I think it was you and your father. You said like your first day of training. You know what I'm saying? Did your dad get you into boxing, man? And what made you wanna, go full fledged with it?
Yeah, so my dad, he's a big boxing fan. He tried to find gyms for me when I was 4 years old, and the the coaches that every gym he would try to go to would tell him that it was absurd and that I was too young. That was in Florida, whenever we moved to Texas when I was 7, we moved to Savannah's gym, and well, I'm getting ahead of myself. At 7 years old, they finally accepted me at a dojo at a like it was just a mixed dojo with like mixed martial arts and boxing and stuff. And then I
So
moved.
did you do karate before? Boxing?
No, I just did boxing, only boxing. But it was like one of those gyms that does a lot of different sports. So that's where I started. And then once we moved over here to Texas, the Texas fighting scene is serious. The boxing scene in Texas is pretty serious. So I just I began finding love for the sport, and you can't take me out anymore. I'm obsessed with it.
So speaking of the Texas boxing scene, let the people know what's it like as far as people coming up in boxing here, well, I'm gonna just say in the city of Houston alone.
Yeah, I mean, Houston has the best fighters. Over there at Prince Gym, they have really good fighters over there. I know Savannah has some good fighters.
No side.
North
That's
side,
no side, man.
every side, all the best fighters.
Nah, only reason why I say that, man, because man, them Southside boys is doing their thing, man. Like southeast to southwest, man. So I'm proud that the Prince Gym is finally putting on, man. So you made me happy when you said that, man.
Yeah, we're doing some big things over there.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna ask you something about did you ever do Golden Gloves? And what was your, if you did, like how did you do? What was your?
Yeah, I did Golden Gloves. I've been doing Golden Gloves since I was 8, and I've won most of them. I know in 2017 or 16, I went all the way to the national tournament, and I got to the finals in the national tournament, and I was a finalist. I didn't take the whole thing, but I was a finalist.
Okay.
Yeah, that was intense. Fighting, I was 16 when I fought over here, and what is it? Because I know it's state and then it's national, but what is the one before that? Do you know what that's called?
Regional.
Yeah, regional, or was it state regional? I'm not sure.
It's I think it's your local, your district, your regional. I think it's state regional. No, it's not national. What's after national? After regional? I forgot. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be paying attention to this one coming up though. What we got going on right now?
Yeah. So whenever I was 16, I fought in the 17 and over division, and that was pretty intense. It was a big step for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some of the local fighters, man, that are getting you ready for the pros, man, and who probably is your toughest test to date in sparring?
So you just missed out on that question because you just answered that one already.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah, you want me to go ahead and
give it to him again.
Yeah, Vernon Paris, he's pretty tough, and so is Antonio Wattel. They're experienced veteran pros. They have a lot of tricks up their sleeves. Is what I said last time.
Okay. What weight class you campaigning at right now, bro?
147.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be the weight class that you gonna pan out at, or you plan on moving down or moving up?
I'm gonna move down to 140, and then we'll see where we go from there. Maybe a couple more fights at 147, and then ease into 140. Because I'm making 147 pretty easily.
Okay. I got a question out in the chat. DB asks, who is your favorite fighter?
Well, it was Mayweather, but now it's Canelo, because Canelo's the face of boxing right now, and he knows he's a puncher boxer. He doesn't just he thinks more. Ever since Mayweather gave him that boxing lesson,
Yeah.
Yeah, Mayweather had to put him on him to wake him up as a boxer, and the head movement, the aggression, the boxing skills, just a high IQ fighter.
Okay. And he also asked that if you got a best friend in boxing, would you fight your best friend? Because a lot of people, you get a lot of people saying they won't fight their friends in sport.
Yeah, so I would spar them. I don't know about fighting because fighting's a whole nother thing. Whoever I fight, I want to destroy. But I like being a pretty good person to my sparring partners, and I like to work during sparring. I don't like to hurt any sparring partner. So yeah, I would spar my friend, but I wouldn't necessarily fight my friend unless the prize pot is big enough, right?
Yeah, or is it for a belt?
Yeah.
Right on, right on. I feel that.
I think we could both benefit from it.
So coming up in the sport, you got your style. Everybody have their own style of fighting. So who do you think you base your style off of, or who your style more kind of resembles, whether it's a legendary fighter or a fighter that's fighting right now?
Can't say. Well, they gave me the nickname Tiger because I'm pretty aggressive. But I can't really relate to any fighter out there right now. Honestly, I just like comparing myself to who I was yesterday and becoming a better fighter than I was yesterday, and base myself off of that.
That's a good answer. That's a perfect answer. That's like a PR answer almost.
I appreciate that.
That's a damn good answer though. So what are your goals in the sport?
Oh, become world champion, get the green belt, right?
Oh yeah,
That's
that
that's
me
what
too.
everybody strives for. Yeah. But right now I'm a local fighter, and right now I'm barely starting my professional career. So my short-term goals are to inspire my younger siblings, and as I grow as a fighter, maybe reach a bigger audience. Then I could do something impactful, like inspire just anybody as an athlete, as a successful athlete.
Okay. You you got a question for 4 and 5?
Yeah, yeah. I see that you taking a lot of pride in Canelo and your people. I know you have like you come from like a Mexican family and Mexican background. I want to ask you, man. Do you think in boxing, do you think there's no racism in boxing and like no countryman pride like Mexico versus America or the UK versus USA, like with the Tyson Fury thing? What's your thoughts about that, man? How do you look at it? You being a fighter.
Well, that's a good question. All I can say is whoever's in front of me, you know, that's who I want to dominate. Mexican, American, from the UK or not. But I treat everybody the same. I do.
Yeah.
And obviously there's bad in the world as there is anywhere. There's always going to be a bit of racism everywhere. So I suppose there is some forms of racism in the boxing community, but not on my side, not coming from
Yeah.
me.
And not coming out there, Jay Prince Jim.
Yeah, yeah, well, not coming out the Prince Gym. We treat everybody with respect, respectfully, and we don't discriminate over there.
I got a question out of the chat. He said all the fighters tell us about their attributes, but what are the 2 or 3 things that you need to work on to become a complete boxer?
2 or 3 things. I want to work more on my head movement, not swinging my punches, and keeping my calm because I still have that energy of an amateur. So I got to keep my cool sometimes. Well, a lot of the time, I got to keep my cool.
You do, but one thing that I noticed is that you let your hands go. You do not stop throwing punches.
Yeah, yeah. I give it my all every second of every round. I've been saying that for a while. Every second of every round, I give it my all.
Yeah. And what is your? You told me your goals is to be a. I mean, is to be a champion. But as far as right now, like, what do you see? How many times are you trying to fight a year? Um, are you trying to move slowly, or are you trying to move your career fast? Like, what is your goals for the next 5 years right now?
In the next 5 years, huh? Well, I'm not in a rush, honestly. I'm moving slowly. I'm 20 years old, and I know my prime will be around my late 20s with more experience. But whatever decisions my team decides to make or whatever they decide to do, I'll follow them. I just like following whatever Coach Johnson and my father tell me to do or who they tell me to fight. Because in the end, they're just looking out for me. They're always gonna have my best interest, and yeah, that's where I am right now.
Okay. If you can have your dream fight at 140 and your dream fight at 147, who are the two fighters who would those two fighters be?
Uh, I don't know, honestly. I can't, you know, um, 140, 147. I would like to fight Mayweather, Canelo. Those are two great fighters. It would be interesting. If I win or lose, I'd learn. I'd take a lot from it, right?
Yeah.
Those
Trying to
type of
be,
fighters.
so you want to just you just looking to fight the best.
Yeah, just looking to fight the best, just grow as a fighter and get some experience from it, win or
Yeah.
lose.
So who gave you your nickname? I know you told me you got your nickname, but who gave you the nickname?
So when I was at Savannah Gym, I got there when I was 7 or 8. Can't really remember. That was a while back. So when I was 7, I got there, and Miss Savannah put us all to spar, and nobody knew my name. She didn't know my name. But when I got in the ring to spar, I was nervous. So my plan was to not stop throwing punches, not even for a second. So I was just throwing 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. She goes, "Oh, that's a tiger. That's a tiger. Let's go, tiger. Let's go, tiger. That's a tiger." And then ever since then, she just called me Tiger because she didn't know my name, and everybody would call me Tiger, and that's what everybody knows me now by.
Yeah. El Tigre.
Yeah, Tigre, Tiger. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like going
And
by Tiger though.
all right. 503, you back?
Yeah, man. I'm apologies to you, bro. I had to take a call, man. But I want to ask Tiger this, man. It's a bunch of up and coming fighters, man. That's in the city right now, man. You got dudes like Austin Almo, Williams, Darwin, Peter Price Jr., Quentin Randall. We got Juan El Gallo, Velasquez. It's a bunch of guys, man. What are some of the who are some of the guys that you look up to, or maybe inspired by, or what's your thoughts about that, man? About these other boxers in Houston, man, in your city.
Yeah, I hope we can all come up together and bring more attention to the city, bring more positive energy to the city. The people who I look up to right now, rather, are the people who I'm sparring with, because they're who I'm learning from, which is Vernon Paris, Antonio Wattel, all that. They said, "What's the best gym you've been at, and which one would you recommend to go?" Uh, the best gym I've been at is Prince's Gym, the one I'm at right now. It's relaxing, and I recommend any fighter to go there. They want to do something in boxing.
Okay.
It's not relaxing. That was probably the wrong word to use. It's calm there. It's
Yeah, man. It seemed like you got a calm, chill type vibe to you, man. What are some of the things you do for fun, man, outside of boxing, bro?
well, I'm actually going to school for psychology, and I really enjoy that, learning about how we function and the behavior of people. That's something I love to do, is study. Um, I also
Okay,
like
okay.
to,
What school you going to, man? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm going to HCC. They're really
Okay,
flexible.
okay, that's what's up.
Community college, yeah. Their
Yeah, you know,
schedule is really flexible.
if you seen Tiger outside of boxing, he got this player type vibe with the chain and the
Yeah,
gold glasses. I'm telling you.
yeah. I'm peeping this drip right now. I'm like, yeah, I kind of like bro vibe. You know what I'm saying? He kind of
Yeah, I
cool as
appreciate
hell.
that.
Real.
Thank
You
you,
know what
thank
I'm
you.
saying? I mean, keep that up, man. Keep that up, man. And you know how to be PC. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like that, man. You know
Thank
how to
you.
talk, bro. I like that you a good intellect, man. For
I
real.
appreciate that. I try. I really do try. Yeah. Thank you.
Do you
It's
go?
very
Do
humbling.
you ever go talk to kids or anything like that, or do you have plans? Would you like to talk to kids, motivate them, and push them to being better, like a mentor?
Yeah, it's funny because that's actually my goal, to become a child therapist and help troubled kids, or those who are impoverished or are born into struggling households. Difficult, just children that are going through difficult times and stuff like that. That's my ultimate goal. That's why I'm
Okay.
studying psychology, to understand myself and help out children, because a lot of the problems that we have in our adulthood derive from our childhood.
Yeah, you're right. So how long do you plan on being a fighter? Are you plan on is that the goal after boxing?
That's the goal after boxing. Yeah, I'd like to become a clinical psychologist or something of that sort.
Okay, that's a great goal to have. I never, that I've never asked a fighter about, the after boxing career, but
Yeah,
you already got it planned out. Sound like
yeah. That's the goal, at least. It's easy to say.
yes, it is.
Yeah, I'll try to. I'll
503.
try my best to follow through with it.
Okay, I'm gonna believe me. We're gonna be right here. We're gonna keep. I'm watching your career
I
unfold right
appreciate
here in
that.
front of me.
Thanks.
You're part of the Stay Ready Mafia now.
All right. Thanks.
503. You there?
Yeah, man. I'm on the road, man. Excuse the noise in the background, but I want to ask, man. I see your father, is deep rooted in your life, man, and he was probably one of the reasons why you put a pair of gloves on. Um, I want you to elaborate on something right quick, man. How important is a support system around a boxer, man? How important is your team to you, as a fighter, and just coming up trying to, build and get these wins as you turn professional and you start your campaign at welterweight, man.
Yeah. Like every sport, boxing, I think, is a team effort. I can't do it by myself, honestly. I have my good days, and whenever I do have my bad days, I have my father to fall back on. I have my team to fall back on, my coaches to fall back on, and just everybody that supports me. They play a big role in everything that I do. Um, you know, During my rebellious teenage years, I've said it before, I really didn't believe in myself, but my father was still there, and he believed in me even when I didn't. And having that team behind you, it goes a long way.
Yeah, and working. How is it working with Coach Johnson? Coach Johnson is one of the few people that's been helping me out along my way as well. He even tell me I need to come over there to Prince Jim to help drop some of this weight I got too.
Yeah.
So how is it working with Coach Johnson, man?
Yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about Coach Johnson. He's a very experienced guy. That's why we work with him. He's a smart coach, and he has a lot of experience. He's just one of the best boxing coaches out there, you know?
Probably one of my most favorite people in the world.
Yeah,
No joke.
no joke.
Yeah, Coach Johnson is great people. If you just need somebody to talk to and need some advice, Coach Johnson is there. He's like a father figure. He gonna give you good advice. You know,
Yeah, I feel that.
great.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
always got a good vibe about it. Always.
Always, he's a good person. He has a good heart, and he always trying to do the right thing. And I know, I've seen some people act up in front of him, and he tries to diffuse the situation. He has a good heart, you know. As big as he is, as strong as he is, he could really put his hands on people, and work them. But that's not the case. He's a good
Yeah,
person.
and his hands ain't little.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Johnson,
Yeah.
man.
Shout out to Coach Johnson.
Man, how is it working with Coach Forrest? I know he's being strength and conditioning. Does he help you with your diet and help get you together and ready for your fights coming up?
No, I don't see Coach Forrest that often. I know he's a good person, and the few times that I have had a chance to interact with him, he's helped me a couple of times. I've worked with him a couple of times, but I know he's always busy handling a business and stuff. Yeah,
That's what he does. He takes care of the business side a
yeah.
lot. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a few quick questions,
Hmm.
just like a rapid fire questions. You ask them if you ask them as we go. I'm sorry, I just took a pre-workout and it's burning.
Yeah, you got that. You got that blood pumping.
Oh yeah, as soon as we get off of here, I'm going straight to the gym.
All right, all right.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite sporting team?
Texans.
Texans. Okay. What's your favorite food?
Pasta. Italian food.
Man, you'd have loved it in Philly.
Yeah.
Oh man. Top 5 favorite boxers of all time.
Uh,
I already know Mayweather, so
Mayweather. Joe Louis. Muhammad Ali got to be up there. Mike Tyson got to be up there. And who else? Right now, I guess the champion Tyson Fury.
okay.
Yeah, just out of respect.
No Roberto Duran, no Hector Macho Camacho,
Yeah,
no.
all of them. You gave me 5. I had to choose
Yeah,
5.
I gave you 5. Man. That was a good 5. That was a good 5. What music do you listen to when you're in the gym working out?
I listen to anything. I like you gotta have your two sides to it. I'll listen sometimes to the Churn Up playlist on Spotify, the Baby. I'll listen to Bad Bunny, that Puerto Rican rapper. I'll even listen to folk music or Selena
Folk?
Gomez or Alicia Keys just to relax or whatever.
I never thought about folk music.
Yeah, some folk
Is it
music.
the accordions?
Yeah, all of that. Jazz, even it don't matter. You just gotta,
Okay.
diversify.
So let's say you're real diverse with the music. So
Yeah.
who is your celebrity crush right now?
Uh, I've always thought Alicia Keys was gorgeous.
Yes, she is. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you. It's one
Yeah.
of mine.
Yeah. Right.
Definitely one of mine out of her and Rihanna.
Right. Yeah.
If
Rihanna,
you
Beyonce.
yeah. If you can go anywhere in the world right now and travel and visit, have a vacation, where would it be?
Uh, I don't know. I'm really fascinated by North Korea. I don't know. Oddly enough, they're the communist regime. I wouldn't like to stay there, but to visit and just to understand how they work, it's fascinating.
Which one is the one with Kim Jong Un?
It's North
Is that
Korea. Yeah.
cool?
Yeah.
We can't fly to North Korea.
Yeah. I don't think we
I think we
can.
welcome over there. Yeah, I don't think we welcome over there at all.
No, we're not. That's why it would be interesting to see.
So what would be your relaxing spot vacation?
My relaxing spot vacation. Okay. I like to go to Florida,
Okay.
to go over there. Probably stay at the beach or, at a beach house, Airbnb or somewhere.
Right on. Key Largo.
Yeah.
Key Largo.
So,
That's where I want to go.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going for my birthday just to get away.
All right.
All right. So, man, I appreciate you coming on today. I got one last question before I get up out of here, and I appreciate everybody in the chat. Do you have any motivational, inspirational, or positive words you can give to any fighter that's coming up, or any amateur that's coming up, or anybody that wants to become a boxer?
Yeah. I have a few things to say actually.
Man, speak your mind.
Yeah. Whenever you train, make sure that you train your hardest every second of every round and stay consistent, stay in the gym, and try not to compare yourself to anybody. Not me, not Canelo, not Mayweather, not your cousin who's doing better than you, not the best person at the gym. Just compare yourself to who you were yesterday, and that'll keep your head straight, and you'll just have a positive mindset from there. As long as you know that you're better than than you were yesterday or last week or last month, you know.
Okay. And another question from the chat before we get up out of here.
How many amateur fights did you have before going pro? And what was your win-loss ratio? Okay. So I had about 130, 150 amateur fights. I can't remember because, I lost count. But I lost about 20 of them. About 20. I don't have the exact numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, and I appreciate you coming on today. This was a great interview. I got to bring you back on after the fight.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right, man. Tell the people how they can follow you. Tell them your social media so you can get some more followers, have more people looking out for you, and seeing what they got going on in the future with Tiger Medina.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Rafael Tiger Medina. That's Rafael Tiger Tiger Medina Medina. There you go. My name's right there. Just type that all in without the apostrophes or spaces, and you'll find me on Instagram.
Okay, man. I appreciate you coming through, Tiger.
I
Man,
appreciate you having me, man.
anytime. You're more than welcome back. I appreciate everybody in the chat coming through, man. Shout out to the almighty LDBC, that's Lions Den Boxing Community. If you didn't know, now you know. Man, make sure y'all like, comment, and share this video to all your social media platforms. Get everybody looking at this video so they can know who Tiger Medina is, because I believe he's going to be a major problem in this boxing game. I watched him watch those hands get let go. I had a front row view, ringside view, and he's going to be something serious. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, and I'm going to keep y'all informed about Tiger. He got a fight coming up in 2 weeks, March 7th, right here in Houston at Constellation Field. The Skeeter baseball team plays at that field, and they're going to be fighting there March 7th, 2 Saturdays from now. And I will keep y'all updated on everything that's going on with Tiger. But I appreciate you coming through, Tiger. I appreciate everybody in the chat. And y'all know what it is. It's your boy Mac with Stay Ready Boxing TV. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready, man. Peace.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all.